So you remember the days you thought it was pretty cool. And then mommy eventually left bedside nursing, right? Meaning working inside the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what did you think about that transition?
I felt better because then I got to see you more.
Oh, so when I left from the bedside, then you got to see me more.
Yeah.
I was at home more with you guys.
Yeah, and we had a lot of time to hang out with each other.
Welcome to the Nurse to Nurse podcast, where we'll have inspiring and innovative conversations from one nurse to another, helping you leverage your experience, expertise, and education to build your personal brand and start a coaching practice. And now, here to help you unleash your magic in the world, your host, Starshema.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode here on the Nurse to Nurse podcast. Your girl, Starshema here. Today, we are going to be talking all about nurse entrepreneurship, but we're going to be seeing it from the lens of a babe. So I have my daughter with me today, who's my special guest. Her name is, I'll let her introduce herself to you. So we're going to have an interview, a very candid type conversation around nurse entrepreneurships and seeing how us as nurse entrepreneurs, how we are grooming our daughters to be everything that they need to be in this big, big world. So thank you for tuning in to another episode here. And I'm going to let my special guest introduce herself. What's your name?
Anaya, and I'm 8 years old. I'm in the 3rd grade. And one cool thing is about me, I have a good singing voice.
Wait. So you're Anaya. And
Yes.
Anaya, you're in the 8th grade? No, I'm just kidding. You're in the 3rd grade. And you love to sing.
Yes.
Yeah? Where do you think you got that singing voice from? From your mama? Did you get it from your mama?
I'm better than you.
You think you're better than me? Okay, that's cool. All right. So is there a song that you want to bless the people with today?
Nah, I couldn't think of one before, so.
You can think of one. All right, well, before the episode's over, then we are going to get you to thinking about what it is that you want to sing to us if it's appropriate. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, so let's just jump into the content. So me, I'm a nurse, right? You remember the days of me nursing?
Yeah.
Where did I work at as a nurse?
You worked at?
Like, did I work in a hospital setting?
Oh, yeah, you worked in a hospital as a nurse. You worked at? Forgot the name.
Okay, you don't have to worry about the name. We don't want to share all the information with the people, right? Cool. All right, so tell me what it was like when the days when mommy was working in a hospital, being a nurse in a hospital. What was those days like for you from your lens? What do you remember about those days?
I remember one day I had to go into the hospital. And I saw you, and then we went to the doctor's office so they can put a needle on my arm and suck my blood up.
Okay, so you got to visit me at the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you came in, you got to visit me at the hospital, and so you got to see me in action, right?
Yeah.
So when your mommy was a nurse at the bedside and nursing, how did that make you feel as being my daughter?
I thought it was cool because you could save people's lives.
Yeah.
And I have a cool mom.
Oh, that's pretty cool, right? Having a cool mom. Can I be the cool mom? We're going to totally get teased, say hashtag mom life, right? Cool. All right. So you remember the days you thought it was pretty cool. And then mommy eventually left bedside nursing, right? Meaning working inside the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what did you think about that transition?
I felt better because then I got to see you more.
Oh, so when I left from the bedside, then you got to see me more.
Yeah.
I was at home more with you guys.
Yeah, and we had a lot of time to hang out with each other.
Yeah, so we got more bonding time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. So that's pretty awesome. So you've seen me literally work at the bedside. You've seen me be tired when I came home. Then you see me make the transition away from bedside. And then now being a CEO. What has that, mommy being a CEO, what is a CEO to you?
But
in your own words, there's no fancy.
You're like a big person, like you mean a lot to other people.
Oh, nice. So being a CEO to you is saying like, I mean a lot to other people. I'm a big person. So when you mean I'm a big person, do you think about my chubby big or do you mean, or do you mean another kind of big?
That's another kind of big, like you have a big heart. Oh. And then you get to teach people and you have your own business, like it's super cool. And then you can pass it down to me, and then I can pass it down to my daughter.
Oh, nice. All right. Look at you talking about legacy, y'all. Y'all here talking about legacy, and I think it is cool. And I think the greatest gift that God has given me is the ability to be able to serve beyond myself, right? That means that I can go out and extend the things that God has given me to help people have a better quality of life, to help them be able to grow and scale and reach their heights is the greatest reward that I can do for people. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And being a CEO of a company, one of the big things is being able to have freedom, to have the freedom so that I can spend time with you and I can comb your hair and we can take family vacations and do all those things, right? Those things are important to have that financial freedom and then to build that legacy so that if you ever wanted to walk in my shoes, you can. What we repping today? Let's show the people. What's our t-shirt say?
Female CEO.
Hashtag female CEO is all about that hustle. All right, cool. So let me ask you this, Anaya. So you seeing me literally transition from working at the bedside, being home, having more time freedom with you all, coaching other people to reach their success, watching me grow in these areas. Has it inspired you in any kind of way?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell us about it.
Like, when I grow up, I want to have my own business and I want to hang out with my kids.
Yeah?
Yeah, and get vacation to just get time to play with them. Like, I want to be a great mom when I grow up.
Yeah. And who's inspires you to be a great mom?
My mom.
Your mom? Awesome. Tell the people by looking at them right there, tell them, what do you feel like makes a great mom?
Like, she gets to hang out with us and she gets to play games with us and she gets time off on Fridays just to be with us and just a lot of things.
Yeah, so that's cool. So time over money, I hear. You prefer mommy to be here with her time than to give you my money? She's like, huh? Like, what you talking about? No, that's cool. So even like being a CEO, you want to be those things and spend time with your children. I think those are great things. But do you think owning a business give you other type of opportunities?
I would have to experience that to answer that question.
Oh, you would have to experience it to answer. That's a fair answer. I respect that, right? Because you haven't been an entrepreneur yet. So you really don't know what it looks like. That's fair. That's legit. So do you desire to own your own company right now as being 8 years old?
Mm-hmm.
You do? All right. Tell me, what type of company are you interested in launching?
I haven't thought about it yet, actually.
You haven't thought about it? Are you sure you haven't thought about what kind of company you want to launch? Because you were just asking me before we went live whether or not you can share with them what your next move is.
Okay, I did.
You did. So tell me about it. What is something that's on your heart that you want to do right now?
To show kids that they can be whatever they want to be and do whatever they want to do at their age.
Okay, so you're saying that you want to launch a company, you want to be a young entrepreneur because you want to show children that they can do what they want to do at any age. Now tell me, what type of business are you thinking about launching to be able to inspire other children your age, younger, older than you? What is the name of that business?
See, I haven't thought of the name. I thought of the business, but I haven't thought of the name yet. I'm still in the process of thinking the name.
Okay, that's fair. So then tell me about the business. What kind of business is that?
A t-shirt business.
A t-shirt business. So tell me about this t-shirt business. Why do you want to launch a t-shirt business? What is it about a t-shirt?
So I can donate t-shirts to people and then I can sell them and then just feel good just giving people stuff. And that's what I really wanted to do, give people stuff, donate stuff. So I basically feel bad for people when I see them on the street. So it will feel good just to donate t-shirts and food and stuff like that to them.
Oh, so you have a big heart, so you want to be a giver. The Bible talks about it's better to give than it is to receive. So I admire that in you and being able to give to people who are less fortunate in this season, which is one of the things that we did as a family this year during the Christmas time. So thinking about that, so you want to inspire other young kids. So this t-shirt business, is it a t-shirt business that's going to have inspirational words on the t-shirt? What is this t-shirt business that you're really thinking about?
Yeah, it's gonna have like big things like that inspire you to do stuff like be the best you can be and like inspire others
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
stuff like that.
Okay, cool. I think that's pretty cool. What y'all think? Do you think like being a kid and having the desire to go and launch a business is inspirational at 8 years old, right? And thinking about this, when Anaya came to me with the idea of starting a business, the big thing for me was her age, right? Her being very young and wanting to start something like this and not wanting her to skip the ability to grow up as a kid, right? But I really feel that God gives our children gifts. And I think what has accelerated her gift, that she's not waiting until she's 30 or 35 years old to be able to launch her business, is her ability to see me go after my dreams. Do you think that was inspirational for you? Like, sometimes we are so stuck and not able to move forward and launch ideas because some of us have never seen what we desire or what we dream of. And this is what really it looks like as women entrepreneurs who are doing and going after our dreams. When we have children, our children are watching, our children's desires are fulfilling a heck of a lot faster than what we have done, right? I was already an adult when I decided to really have the courage to go and launch my business. But now my daughter is 8. She's been watching me lean in for the last 4 to 5 years, watching me be a CEO, watching me grow, watching us take trips together, right, to go and do work and things of that nature, is now that she's 8 and she's like, I want to do it now. And now she's creating legacy that's going to extend long beyond her years, starting at 8 years old. Think about how quickly they've collapsed time by us just giving ourselves permissions to go out and do the things that we do. And see, these aren't the things that we always necessarily see as entrepreneurs and the impact that it has on our children until we really begin to sit down with them to have these kind of conversations, to see where their minds are thinking, and then how do we support them and help them grow. And the season is extremely, extremely important. So Anaya, we have listeners that listen to the podcast, and the people who listen to the podcast, they're either women entrepreneurs, so they're women, or they're nurse entrepreneurs, meaning that they went out and they're packaged up their education and their experience, right? And now they're using that education and experience to now go out and help other people, right? But then sometimes we struggle as adults, even though we may feel comfortable and confident. Is there any kind of inspirational words that you want to tell them if there's a woman who's sitting there and she's thinking that maybe I shouldn't launch the business now? Maybe I need to spend time with my children more. Maybe I need to work in my career. Like, what maybe as a young babe would you tell that woman, that nurse out there who needs to hear some encouraging words? What would you tell her?
That never to give up. She can make it through. If other people made it through, she can make it through too. Like I would try to inspire her, just make her feel better about herself and her life. Like what's in the past is in the past. Now we're going to move on to the future and just see great things are in the future, waiting for you.
Yeah. And it's waiting for you. So that means that it's waiting for you. And it says, hey, you got to take the first step. Would you agree? Like you have to take that first step and not consider all the things, because some of the things that we try to consider and being logical as women, as professional women, as educated women, the things that we go after really don't make sense, right? Sometimes, but it will eventually make sense later when your children are ready to go and do those things, when they appreciate the time that you have for them, right? Beforehand is so, so important. And clearly I must be boring the heck out of Anaya because she's continuing to yawn. We're going to have an etiquette conversation about how to show up on camera, right?
It's 10 o'clock. It's not my fault.
It's 10 o'clock. Well, as entrepreneurs, here's the big thing. Let's have a conversation about this. So you're saying it's 10 o'clock and I got you recording a video for the podcast, right? So we can talk to the listeners, so we can get this out to the market. But one thing about going after your dreams, sometimes it takes late nights and early mornings. Sometimes we trade in our 3 12-hour shifts a week for 12-hour day, right? But do you feel like it's so worth it? Would you love for your mom to be up at 10 o'clock at night recording a podcast with you? Like, super cool. Like, you're on the podcast with me. Like, is that worth it?
Yeah, it'd be worth it.
All right, well, quit yawning then, like I'm boring you or something.
It's 10:13.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. You're acting like I'm boring you.
I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm not.
Not? Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. So I just wanted to have this conversation with Anaya because I wanted to see, sometimes I'll stop and I'll pause and I will have conversations just to see what does the impact look like on our families. And as nurses, we are always evaluating the interventions that we implement when we're caring for our patients. And I think it's equally as important to be able to evaluate the things that we implement towards building our lives, right? I think those things are important. So sometimes that evaluation is based upon looking at how your children are viewing the things that you are doing. Okay. So I think that is really, really cool when it comes to that. And the big thing is go after it, is go after your dreams. And as you go after your dreams, you give your children permission and other people permission to go after theirs. And it creates this ripple effect out into the world. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. But I feel like you have ants in your pants and you can't sit still. I know this is your first podcast appearance, but when we get off of this, we're going to have some live video etiquette about teaching you how to show up on a live video because you're distracting the people who are watching the video as you're moving around. Do you think you need some live video etiquette 101?
No.
I think you do.
No.
All right, y'all.
No,
well, thank y'all.
Tell her no in the comments. No.
Tell her no in the comments?
No.
I'm like, seriously, but hey, we learning and growing. And I'm used to, interviewing adults on the podcast. And now I have my daughter and she's just everywhere. But I hope that you all enjoyed this episode, hearing how nurse entrepreneurship from the eyes of your children, knowing that it creates a positive impact, that it gives you more time freedom with them that they truly, truly desire. And then also gives them ability to be able to dream bigger in the things that they are doing. So we're excited for the conversation. Anaya, do you want to wrap up with any words?
No.
You
No.
good?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to tell the people, go out, be great, nurse hard, go out and package your education, your experience, and your expertise and create change in the world?
I did not understand that because you was talking so fast.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. I talk fast. I'm a fast talker. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode here on the podcast. Until we drop our next, go ahead and drive massive impact in the world. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Nurse to Nurse. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you're feeling inspired and ready to build your personal brand and create a premium coaching practice in 90 days, visit www.iamstarshema.com/buildmybrand to start your journey today. For more information and updates, follow Starshema on Instagram at Nurse Coach Starshema RN and on Facebook at Starshema RN. Until next Friday, take care.